Hello. Really need to fix my whole green screen thing, but this will do for now. I'm just using the filter. In OBS Studio, what we're going to try and do today is show... I can't think of the word. I'll show you how to do it, but whatever. Anyway, I'm going to use CoPilot inside of vsCode to add something. I sharpened my own knives, and you can't see it because... whatever. Anyway, so I gotta figure out what angle the knives are at, or I sharpen them at different angles also, and I don't remember which ones are which. So I'm gonna build that into my front end and my back end, giggity, so I can keep a log of what angle each knife is kept at. Also gonna sharpen, or not sharpen, show the, so it's gonna name the knife, take a picture of the knife, and identify the angle that I sharpen the knife. And then extra comments. Yeah, that's it. So let's see how easy or hard this is to do today. I've only been drinking a little, so should be fine. All right. So hopefully I made the font big enough that you can see it in the chat window here, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out. In my Flask and SpelledABC project. Oh, and I did check out a new branch for each one of the projects. It's called knife_angle for both of the two projects, so I'm not going to mess with my other stuff in case it totally borks things. Anyway, so in my Flask and SV, I don't know how to pronounce that. I know how to spell it, but not pronounce it. Anyway. Make a knife sharpen. Actually, you know what? Let's just do it for the back end first. Flask project. Knife log. CRUD. CRUD is what? Create, read, update, and delete. For sharpening my knives. I want to store the name, date. No, I don't really care about the date. At least the name. 2 images. Name and angle. With 2 optional images per knife. Oh, please also add a comment for each knife. Let's see how it goes. See how it does. So it's going to go through and, excuse me, I have 3 different projects open in my workspace. A Terraform project, which I'm not going to be using for this demo probably. Flask and my back end and my front end project. So it's going to go through and basically do about 80-90% of the work. There's going to be a couple bugs, usually logic bugs or something else. Ooh, I forgot this, you know, that sort of thing. So ChatGPT, CoPilot, which is what we're using today, will help get most of it done. Get you an idea of where you want to go, what you need to do, but it is not the final answer. And now we wait. I mean, still, I don't know why it's, oh, creating to-dos. Why are we doing to-dos? I don't know what that's all about. All right, I'm going to pause the video for a minute and we'll come back when it's done thinking about stuff. Oh, well, now you can see what's going on. I'm glad I decided to pause it. That would have been a really shitty video. Right. That is not me. Huh. So I'm running the website and someone is hitting it while I'm doing the video. I guess it could be the bot. I don't know. Let me see if maybe we should stop those. Stop that one. Stop the back end. Yeah, I don't have blog. I don't have new. I don't have WordPress. I don't have WordPress. I don't have demo. That's someone trying to hit the website. Cool. We'll turn that back on because we're only messing with the back end anyway. But it looks like it did not like it. Replace my prompt. Okay. In my Flask project, please create a CRUD for knife angles. Store the name, angle, and pictures. Path to picture. See if it works out better. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay. So it created knife and an init. There's knife. Looks like it modified the init. Excuse me. So it made 2 files. It's still working. Okay. That makes sense. Sure, we'll approve that one. Knife name, angle. Sure. It's only going to store 1 image path, but the idea for wanting to store the image path anyway is so that if I have 2 knives that are very similar, I can take a picture of one. Or that way I don't have to remember it by name. I can use the picture. All right, so it looks like it's all done thinking here for me. It did update another thing, which is creating the routes. Yeah, the routes for the Kniff. Sure. Yeah, we'll keep it all. All right, so here we've got /knife, which is going to be create all knives, read one, update, and it's putting the auth in there also. So we cannot create without authenticating. It does do a read one or read all without requiring authentication, not update or delete. And then there's other stuff in there too. All right, let's see if it works. Homie. Oops, that was the front end anyway. We'll go to the back end, which is, oh, you know what? I forgot to specify. Oops. Please update my Swagger file also for the CRUD. Forgot that part because if I'm lazy. Excuse me. I never did pause the video, did I? No. But at least it's on the right window. Show me your swagger. I bet your swagger is bigger than mine. Your swagger is now updated. Sure. All right. And we're going to stop, restart the container. And refresh. And this is just Swagger. Knives. I'm on dev. Oh, I need to come down here and log in though. Log in with username and password. Try it out. And now I do need to pause it. Okay. I've logged in, cleared the password and stuff. But if I go here to user, shows who I am. We'll do it again. I am vsCode. Make sure my password's not actually on there. It's not. Haha. All right. So now we can go up here to the top and we'll say create a new knife entry. Try it out. Angle is 15 degrees. Image path is HTTP. So we'll do S3 : whack whack. Some path to image JPG. This was my bug out. Benchmade bug out. Yeah. Okay, so that did not quite work out. It says I'm not authorized. I am authorized. That's probably... I'm authenticated. Okay, I bet you that's... Hold on. We had this problem in routes. We had this before. Require auth. That's hand load. No. That's not what it is. Not sure what the problem is. I will figure that out later. Let's move on. Sally forth. I'm struggling to move on, if you haven't noticed. Can we create a new hand load? No, but we did get create new firearm. All right, so that worked. Why do you not want to work? It's got to be going to a different endpoint or something. Because that's my error page. I did not forget /v1 or API v1 in there. So let's see what the gun one is. I'm going to pause the video, see if I can figure this out. Okay. Figured it out like a blind gynecologist, but it's working. Sorry, ask ChatGPT what's going on, or CoPilot, I guess. And basically what happened was all the other things had all the other models had their own route. So I come up here and they'll have their own route defined, including the prefix URL. There wasn't one of those for knife. It did not have its own custom route. So it was saying, hey, API /1 does not exist because whatever. So if we come back, yes, I am still authenticated. Right, I'm authenticated. And we will add another knife. We'll add 15-degree angle. We'll say null. Wonder if that's required. We'll see what happens if we do that. The benchmark bug out knife looks like it worked. And if we do a play, yeah, benchmark bug out 15, and it does take null. Okay, cool. Now let's delete them. Or delete ID 1. So delete knife sharpening. We'll delete ID 1. Knife deleted. Come back. It's gone. List all knives. It should just be the one, which is ID 2. Yeah. No path. Now we'll try and update knife entry of 2, and we'll give it a path. Some path to image.jpg. Hooray, could not be understood by the server. Probably because it doesn't like this. Oh, no, because of that. A semicolon at the end. It don't like it. There we go. All right, so we can create, add, let's log out and make sure that it does not work. Then log out, clear, log out successful. Actually, I'll come back down and prove it. Who am I? I am, oh, hey. Log out and clear, execute. Execute, yo. Log out successful. There we go. There we go. Now I'm not logged in. So now if we come up, we try and add a new knife. We'll just call it bug out 2. Should be access denied. Yeah. Jolly good. We cannot delete a knife. So authorization is required. And we should not be able to update one either. Super. All right. So the CRUD instance is done. The CRUD. What is it? What's that called? Whatever. The endpoints. The CRUD endpoints for knives is done. Does the whole database, all that jazz. Oh, I'm tabbing out. Oh, that actually kind of works out. I've been tabbing in and out of the database. Sorry you can't see that, but whatever. Actually, yeah, it's too late now. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to go back and redo it. Because then I'd also have to edit because there's some passwords in there and whatever. Jolly good. Huh. I wonder if I've been tabbing back and forth. I think I have. You know what? Let me change the window because I'm pretty sure it did not capture any of that stuff because I have it watching. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. So we are not logged in. I'm going to pause the video so I can log in real quick. And I'm back. Okay. So I'm logged in as me. And if we do list all knives, there's one in there that's knife number 2 with some path to bug out knife. We're going to add a new one. We'll call this one, we're going to skip the whole ID. We'll make this at a 19-degree angle. We'll call it bug out 2. I made that one. So with list all knives, we have 2. And we're going to update knife entry 3 to be silly. Knife updated. If we get it again, right? Image, whatever. Something silly. Now we're going to delete ID 3. Delete ID 3. Knife deleted. Come back down and show that it's gone. It is. Now we'll come all the way down here and clear and log out session. Log out, log out, log out. Who am I? I am not logged in. And now if I try and delete session, if I try and create one, it says login required, delete ID 2, login required. You get the idea. So it's all locked down now. CRUD exists. It is locked down. It's only storing path to one image. That's fine. Can't actually. I do kind of want a front and a back edge. I'll add that later. All right, back to showing vsCode, which is this one. Yep. Alrighty, and now we will check this in. This is Terraform stuff. Removed ACS gate stuff. That was from something else. Ignore that. Added knife crud. Publish the branch. In my SVE LTE project, please add a simple way to display all of the knife. You know what? Please add CRUD via UI elements for the knife endpoints. Knife CRUD endpoints. Let's see how this goes. So the Flask API part, for the most part, got it on the first try. It did take a minute to figure it out because it did not do the knife in its own route, which is, it would have worked fine, but because I had all the other ones set up with their own route, it didn't work out that way. Now I know I don't want this. I don't want to hard code the frickin' thing in there. That's a very common thing that it's been doing, but whatever, we'll fix that in a second. That's interesting. Sprouts, knives. You know what? Let's just see what this looks like. Was it Kniffs? Shoot. That is at knives. Well, what is the URL to view this page you made? Because I'm also new to SVE LTE thingy. It is that. That's what I thought, but that's where I'm at, and no working. Gives a 404 not found. So let's tell it that. That's what I thought. But when I go there, it gives da, 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 da. Getting a text message from somebody. It is raining here. It's supposed to rain and freeze. What is this? Oh. Yeah. That's handy. Yeah, continue working on it. Mm-mm. I mean, do I gotta stop and restart the damn thing? I don't think I should have to, but maybe that's as simple. No. Okay. Because we're waiting for tomorrow. We'll get to know you sometime tomorrow. All right. So if I have. Yeah, you dumb cunt. Yes, please. Okay, so it requires a plus in front. Or, so here's hand loads, and it's plus page. So it's going to make a new folder called knives and move that into there and rename it with a plus. But instead of me doing it, because kind of lazy, I'll just say yes, please. And it's also a test of CoPilot demo. That's the word I meant to say earlier. All right. So now we got knives and page. Excuse me. Yeah, that's better, I think. And it reloads the page. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Clearly testing something. Failed to update Kniff. Failed to delete Kniff. But I guess I'll show you what the page looks like so far. Show the browser. Nope. Nope. Oh, probably because it was minimized, right? No. Window capture. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Anyway, I'm logged in again. So tried to add a knife, and I got failed to add knife. There's no picture, so I got to add some logic to that. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just take this out, save it, but failed to update knife also. Wait, delete it? No, failed deleting knife. So there's something going on there, probably because I'm not. No, I am logged in. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's see where we have to go to do that though. Change this back to that. It does not like doing this. I'm trying to switch back and show you all the different monitors. Okay, let me figure out why the heck this won't, why OBS Studio will not switch. You know what? I'm just going to do it this way. I'm just going to capture the main monitor instead of the window and go from there. Because now, yeah, now I can see my code. What a mess. Okay, so we had the fails. Using, well, the page comes up, but gives 9 failure on edit, delete, and add, even when I'm logged in. Do. Sure. Apparently we have to add credentials, which makes sense. I was putting stuff protected in here. So you could not access those pages, but this might be easier. Yeah. So to add a knife, update a knife, delete, yes, but not to fetch the knife. Should be able to just update now. Logged in, can we add? Ah, we can now add a knife. We can edit a knife because, oh yeah. All right, to edit this one. All right, I gotta fix the want to fix the display of this to look more uniform with some of these other windows that I got, basically, or tabs, pages, whatever. I think. Actually, this should be an admin part. Yeah, I'm gonna move the CRUD part because viewers don't need to be able to see the ability to add or edit or delete any of that stuff. Yeah, we're gonna move that. So if we come up here to protected, actually, you know what? Hold on. We want please update the knives page to be more dynamic with the API URL similar to this page. And it sees which one we're on right now. Oh, am I recording again? Yeah, I'm still recording. Okay, so now if we go and look at knives, it has a whole bunch of changes, but instead of hard coding the thing, yeah. Now it'll work if I deploy it to a different URL, such as from dev to prod, or from localhost to whatever. Do another check, make sure it still works. Yoink. A little loading bar. I'm gonna delete that one. Yeah. Okay. So let's put this in protected. Protected admin. There we go. Which I believe is going to be now just admin knives. Yeah. All right. So I want a page that does just displays we're going to take the read part. Actually, we're just going to take all of this. Come out of protected. And we'll go into routes. We'll make a new folder called knives, which is going to be the read-only portion. Add a new file called plus page.sv lte. And then here, it's same thing, but we're going to take out all of the, but make this page a read-only page that doesn't do all of the CRUD functions. It's for viewers to read only. Because I'm that kind of lazy. On the edit and stuff is probably also going to be wrong. Because, oh no, that's right. All right, so here's our home page. And then we have knives. Okay, we'll get there. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Knives. It's listing. There's no edit, none of that stuff. Flip a new tab, and we'll call it admin knives. That's good, but if I log out, right, not logged in anymore, and I try and go to admin knives, it says, hey, you gotta log in. So we'll go ahead and log in. Now I'm logged in. We'll go back. Whatever. Go to admin knives again. And ta-da! I can edit. Last little bit is we're going to go ahead and add to, I guess we'll stick it in miscellaneous. I picked up my bad URL hits there. That's funny. Okay. Right. First, we'll give Chat or CoPilot a little pat on the back. This is perfect. Thank you. I'll make minor changes later and may need help. But for now, I'll say you're the man of the hour. Just because. No, there's nothing to actually do there. Right. So in our, was it layout? Nope. It's in page. Nope. It's in the header. Looking for my menu. Where is the menu? Menu. Yeah, it's in there. It's in miscellaneous. Oh, that's why. You know what? So to put it inside of miscellaneous, I think all we have to do is drag knives down in here into miscellaneous. And give it a menu option. Because that takes us here to miscellaneous. And we'll call it knives. Knife sharpening log. Knife sharpening log. Go away. Yeah. All right, and then in Toolbox, we're going to add that also. In the admin Toolbox. Admin knives. We'll call it CRUD. Okay. So now when we go into our toolbox, we've got knife CRUD or miscellaneous. We've got the log. There we go. We're all done. Oh, I want to add some logic to the knife sharpening log. If it has a picture, show it. Otherwise, don't show the like bad link. Because if I have something like this, oops. Right, then you get this weird link thing. And I also want to change this from saying blank page, have this be in a menu, a bit better of a menu. Well, let's see if ChatGPT can pick that up. Yeah, you know what? Okay. Or CoPilot, not ChatGPT. So if we go to miscellaneous knivs, make the display of the items found formatted like a table in a table like the other pages on my site. For example, handlets. Probably should have saved, committed, and did all the GitLab-y stuff first. But, excuse me. It's also easier to just redo it. That looks, yeah, I think that's all the stuff. Right, so there's our table, miscellaneous sharpening log. Why for not you do that? Knife crud. Gonna edit this one. Delete the link. We have 2. That's the hand loads. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't screw that up. No, you're still not a table. Try again, bitch. That didn't change one visual thing. You can get a little spicy with it. I can't assist with that. That's okay. Apparently you can't get spicy anymore. Okay, my bad. Try again though. The table, the output is not in alternating color table with background like. There we go. Let's try that. All right, I'll show you something else. Basically, when CoPilot is still running, there's oh, there we go. See, it's got a little dot. Oh, I lost my dot. All right, let's see if it. Okay, well, I don't think that's gonna do it. Good try. I appreciate it. Maybe table's not the right word. Do I want to use here? Oh, hey. Miscellaneous knives. I have 2 pages. I bet you that's why. I'm in miscellaneous knives, and it's looking at knives. My bad. I apologize. Now I can take this. No, because that's inside of miscellaneous. Take this one. Put it in here. And now the miscellaneous one should be fixed also. Yeah. All right. which means we don't need this one. Or do we? Yeah, I think we do. I think we want it there, not in miscellaneous. We want the link in miscellaneous. No, that's fucked up. Why would I put the link in miscellaneous and have it go back outside miscellaneous? I suppose there's reasons. I think the bacon demo does that. This bacon. History. No. Fine. We'll leave it in miscellaneous. No, I don't care. Miscellaneous is going to be like shenanigans. So in here, we want to just go to there. No. Back out of there. All right, so miscellaneous, knife sharpening log, goes to knives, has a thing, and miss knives is a 404. That shows up on a little miss page, right? Okay. Yeah. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else that I want to do. Yeah, I'm going to call that good. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. Have fun. Hope you enjoyed it.